Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Art and React. I'm your artist Faye, and today we are watching Solo Leveling episode 6. Now here's the quick TLDR for what happened in the previous episode. Basically, Jinwoo went into a dungeon with a party, like a raid party of 6 people. He is going to be filling in because to enter a raid dungeon you need 8 people. Like a C rank dungeon you need 8 people. He found out that they don't have a healer, and he was like, that is a little bit sus, don't you think? So he was thinking, why are these people who has been raiding C rank dungeons on a regular basis, why don't they have a backup healer that they can call upon to come with them? So he was sussing them out, and then it turns out that this guy is betraying him and Jinho, the other guy who's filling in for the 8-man team, and they're planning to like basically sacrifice them to the boss, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now Jinwoo is going to be fighting a giant spider monster and Aura farm in this episode. That's pretty much what I'm going to guess is going to happen here. And yes, let us continue with the episode 6.
バカか。あそこで揉めて雲が起きたら、マナ鉱石が運べねえだろ。
So he's a little bit too much of a wimp. You're the wimp, dude. You don't even want to take on the raid boss yourself.
ユジンホだっけ？あのガキの装備見ただろ？剣と盾だけでも数億すんぞ。マナ鉱石がダメなら、あいつの遺品で満足してやろう。
So here's the thing. He's planning to basically steal Jinho of his gear, right? But the question is he going to be selling that gear to the black market? Because that's suspicious, don't you think? Considering the fact that Jinho is like a nepo baby because he's a filthy rich kid, I'm betting that his parents know that they bought that for him. So somebody will have noticed that his gear is in the black market and be like, hey, why is his gear here? He's supposed to have died in a raid. And then they're going to trace it back to this raid team, right? Like, bruh, think it through. Also, if he's going to plan to use it for himself because he's also a tank and he wants better gear, that also wouldn't work because people would have like Jinho's parents would have recognized that he's wearing that armor and be like, that's suspicious. That guy went on a raid with my son. So why does he have my son's armor? It can't be possible that they're using the same type of armor, right? Because this guy doesn't look like he's rich enough. I mean, I'd be pissed too if like an explosion woke me up. That spider looks a lot like that spider from that one anime. I'm a spider, so what? I think that's the title. I think the story of that story is actually pretty good. It's just the animation is a little bit weak. Is it really a D rank or lower? You know what I was wondering before is when those small fry hunters was battling the golem, why didn't they just send an S rank to deal with that golem instead of letting people get injured or do so much property damage? Because a single S rank, South Korea has a lot of S rank. I know this because I've read the manhwa before, so I know they have a handful of S ranks. They could have sent one of them to just deal with that monster and it'll be done in like seconds, right? And then push, no property damage, no issues. So why did the government force those low-ranking hunters to battle it out against them? Like, what were the S ranks doing during that time? You would think that it's more important for the city and its citizens to stay safe, and send in all your best hunters when there's a dungeon break, right? This is me when I'm a dungeon main. When I play dungeon at a character from Wuthering Waves, I get like so overconfident. Because let me explain. Dungeon is a high risk, high reward type of character. Basically, her playstyle is the lower her HP, the stronger she gets. So only really skilled people really main dungeon, and all the dungeon mains are kind of scary. But I also do enjoy playing dungeon because she's so fun to play. You really gotta learn how to dodge with her. Dodge and parry. And most of the time I can only parry like 25% of the time because I keep missing the timing. Yeah, man, you should start retiring. How old is Kogunhi? See, I remember his name because his name doesn't start with another J. There's just way too many J characters in this show. Like from the top of my head, there's Jinwoo, Jinho, Jina, Jinsuk, which is one of the assholes that they partied with. Juhi. Yeah, Juhi. There's already 5, and that's just from the top of my head. I'm sure there's going to be more. I say this, but then again, my characters are called, like, 3 of my characters begins with the letter N. Noah, Nomusa, and Noel. But Noah and Noel are like related. They're mother and child. But Nomusa is Noah's best friend. Ooh, be terrified. Aim for the eyes. They're always the weak spot. And that that spider has so many eyes for you to aim at. Where did he get that skill dash from? I don't remember. Boy, aim for the eyes. See, this is what happens when you don't have a strategy and you just try to hit wherever. He's trying to out DPS the boss. And would you look at that? He's running out of stamina. Dude, that full recovery thing is such a hack. He really needed that because he doesn't have a healer. You know what would have made this like nicer is if he could have had Juhi with him, you know? Not only will it develop their relationship because she'll be his healer, exclusive healer, but he'll also won't need that hack. But whatever. If he was together with Juhi, it won't be called solo leveling anymore, right? The guy is so terrified. He won't even have Jinwoo accidentally touch his hands. Jinwoo, stop being oblivious about yourself and your surrounding. Hey, it's the assholes. They're back. Oh, an ab shot. That's kind of unnecessary. So it's like a fan service for us girlies. For us gays and girlies. I feel like there's so much fan service for female fans in this show, which low-key surprises me, but at the same time I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure the guys also appreciate a nice ab. Nice, muscular, topless man. Even if Jinho... One sec. Even if Jinho didn't know that Jinwoo was so OP, I don't think he'd actually try and kill Jinwoo just to become an accomplice to them, you know? Because I feel like that'll also be a stain on his future. And also his psyche. And also he seems like a nice guy overall. Dude is not gonna do it. He's too terrified of Jinwoo. Also, he's not 100% sure what rank Jinwoo has anyway. The system is forcing him to become a murderer. Like, what will happen if he doesn't do it? He could just flee, technically, you know? Like, drag Jinho with him to that hole that the others rolled out of. That Q1 definitely was wondering, what the fuck, why is this dude still alive? Jinwoo's voice sounds so much deeper right now. Damn, cold. Yeah, and you don't feel anything. Oh, he would have died. Okay, I didn't notice that. Oh, those are some quick acting debuffs. If you guys had the ability like Jinwoo and you guys found yourself in a similar situation like this, would you guys kill these people? Like, without the system forcing you to do it. But you either murder them to defend yourself and your friend, or you die by their hands. There is no way for you to flee. Would you murder them? Would you kill them? Honestly, I would probably kill them myself. Because otherwise they would just continue to kill other people. That's some deep baritone. He's such a coward. Like he won't fight the dungeon boss, and now he's begging for his life. Oh, that was a very clean cut. Oh yeah, that's a very normal reaction that you're having there. I too would vomit if I ever saw Jinwoo do that. That's a little bit OP, that skill. Thanks for giving us your head canon, girl. Oh, he's thinking about his little sister. Jinwoo is such a good brother. Oh, another half-naked man. How many half-naked men did we see in this show so far? I feel like there's a lot. Like, the first one was Jinwoo, right? When he was doing his dailies at the hospital, we saw him half-naked. And then we saw that other guild member, the one with like the red head. He was also working out. We saw him, and then the blonde guy against Gogun Hee. We saw him fight, and then we got a flash of abs, and now this random dude who looks like a bodybuilder. Yeah, that's a lot of abs in such a short amount of time, don't you guys think? So many half-naked men in this show. Are we sure this is like a shonen for guys to enjoy and not for girly pops? Anyway, yeah, what did you guys think about today's episode? Honestly, I just thought that Jinwoo was very cold. Like, I completely forgot that the system forced him to murder people at the very beginning, like around this time. Like, I actually forgot. Like, it's been such a long time since I since I read the manhwa. But I completely forgot that Jinwoo at some point killed people. Like, that completely flew out of my mind. But yeah, it's a unpleasant surprise to see him killing humans. But yeah, the system really has something in store for him, and I'm glad that he kind of figured out that the system really wants him to stay alive for some goddamn reason. And yeah, I'm not gonna spoil to anyone who's watching this what those reasons are. I just, as I said, I read the manhwa. I've only read, well, I actually read almost all of the story except the last 10 episodes or so, because I just wanted Solo Leveling to continue to be incomplete incomplete in my library. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, before I go, here's my outro. Before I go, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really helps my channel out a lot. Check out my webcomic, Dreaming of Aurora, if you have time. And finally, thanks to my patrons, Robek, Vanarik, and J. Voljevolitska for the support. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!